Hey, Danny Marks here. So awesome news. I finished my revision. I sent it off this morning to my editor in New York, and yeah, I'm super excited. I'm just so glad to have it off my desk and onto someone else's, and that's it. And I don't have to think about it for at least a couple of weeks or maybe a week. Who knows how long it'll take. But in the course of time that I really had to devote to it, and I've been really kind of, working my fingers down to nubs getting the revision done. I mean, there was a lot of changes that I made. I keep a cut sheet of everything that I remove from my manuscript and have to replace with other stuff. And the cut sheet for Velveteen is 92 pages long. So that tells you how much I deleted out of it. And then the word count hasn't changed. So I wrote 92 more pages worth of stuff. And the other 314 pages of the manuscript, every single page had revisions on them. Multiple revisions on each page. It was a mammoth undertaking to get this thing done. And it's done. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy that it's done. And to celebrate tonight, we're going out to sushi. And I love the sushi. The kind that goes around on those little conveyor belts. And I love that. I have to say, it could be anything. It doesn't even have to be sushi. As long as it's on a conveyor belt, I will eat it. Spaghetti on a conveyor belt? Yeah. I'll do that. I will do that. Chinese food. Greek. But I'm really just looking forward to getting things back to normal. Especially in terms of reading. Because I haven't read crap and I need to get back to it. I still have to finish The Help. Oh, I'm going to have to do a revised horror TBR for you. So I plan on reading Soulless, Bad Taste in Boys by Carrie Harris because it's thinner. Adele Griffin's Tighter, also thinner. And Envy, which is also a thinner book. I'm going to go with the shorter books as a cheat. But in addition, I'm going to be reading The Daughter of Smoke and Bone on audio because Score, I just went on my library website and they just popped up this morning, both Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Lola and the Boy Next Door, both in audio, and both were available because they were just there. So I snatched them up. So yeah, I'm gonna shove in Daughter of Smoke and Bone for Horror Month, and Lola and the Boy Next Door I'll be reading next month for my contemporary YA reads, which I'm planning on reading a whole bunch of those. Maybe not a whole bunch, but 4 or 5. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's much harder to read, I think, in November and December than it is the rest of the year because you've got so much going on with the holidays and things like that. So there's that. I was making a list of things to talk about in these vlogs because I want to start vlogging more now that I have a little bit more time. And I'm looking forward to other things too, just sort of real life stuff. I'm actually looking forward to working more. I was only really working on the weekends at the Halloween store because I just didn't have time. I had to get, the writing done. But now I can work up to 40 hours a week at that and make some more money, and who doesn't need some more money? We all do. And walking the dogs more and getting back to the diet and exercise thing because that's really been put on hold. And frankly, I lost 7 more pounds since I did the big I lost 50 pounds thing. So I'm still down 57 pounds, but I've been down 57 pounds for the last 2.5 weeks. It's kind of just been this maintenance thing where it's like I haven't been able to do anything because I'm writing, super stressed out, and stress eating. Everything, anything I could shove into my mouth, I was doing that. Thank God I didn't balloon, or gain 10 pounds that I'd have to go back down to 57. Oh God, it would have been horrible, and I would have been, it would have been a shame spiral all the way through the holidays that would have ended up with me, shoving an entire turkey leg down my throat. That it happens. I'm not gonna lie. What else haven't I told you? I feel like we've grown apart. What are you guys doing? I've been watching all your videos. I hope you know. That's how I really kind of kept my procrastination up while I was writing, is that I just kept kind of watching videos and watching book hauls and Book Wrap Misty's her topics discussions that she's been doing, like the scary chats when I wanted to do something like that. There was actually a tag that was going around that I really wanted to do, but I can't remember what it was. Can anyone remember recent tags that were going around that sounded really interesting? And also, I have to say this. My wife Caroline has noticed that I've been really squinty in these videos. Has anyone else noticed that? And then another question I have for you is that a while back, Tim from Bumblebee, and if you're watching this, Tim, commented that the sound was off on the videos. Has that been corrected at all? Because I've been really kind of trying to both speak louder and do some adjustments in the editing to make sure that you could hear me better and that the music wasn't blasting. Let me know how that's going, and then we'll go from there. Right now, I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna go walk for like hours. I think I'm gonna do like a half-hour walk with all of my dogs because I've got like older dogs that can't walk as far as my puppy. And then I'll come back and I'll do like an hour of like 4 mile an hour walking for like a Nazi death march. It'll be horrible for my dog. I need the exercise for sure. Anyway, so that's it. That's my video for today. I think I'm gonna have another one on Thursday for the nightstand. So stay tuned for that. And yeah.